welcome to a brand new episode of the 3 Dot Podcast. My name is Bogzy.
I'm D Buster.
And I am Gooze.
And this is where the conversation does not stop. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, and
How are we?
I'm okay.
Yeah, why okay, man?
Cause I don't know. Whenever I'm on here, this is what I feel like. I always feel like you're about to bring up some shit that I'm involved in, that I'm the butt of.
Well, how do you know? You didn't even watch the episodes.
I edit them.
Yeah, but you don't watch them.
Well, I mean, I see the clips.
Doesn't mean
Speaking
that
of clips,
Yeah.
we'll get into it later.
No. Let's talk about it now.
Well, we'll get into it later.
Let's talk about it right now.
right here, right now.
Let's talk about it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
For context, if you watched the last episode,
Oh.
they talked about something that I was involved in. It's water on the bridge now, but I was not there to defend myself.
Well, that's what you get for not showing up to the recording.
It's not my fault. It's not like Jesus Christ. You said it yourself.
But I'm proud. I'm
busy.
proud because you did watch it then. Or at
I
least-
got that part.
Did I say anything that was false in what happened in that time? That's what I'm more worried about.
All we know is our friend fell in love. He fell in love, may have fell short, but we support you either way.
No,
That was the thing. That was the moral.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Can I take the floor, if you will?
Yes, take
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Go ahead, Goose.
Let me
take it
be-
away, Goose.
I'm gonna be the girl. Okay.
Shut.
We're gonna do a
Okay,
little
we're
bit of
not doing.
role-playing,
We're
yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
We are
ready?
not doing that.
Ready?
No.
Come on.
False. Shut the. We're not doing that. No.
Well, maybe during a recording where it involves all three of us, it'd be nice if you just come to defend yourself.
Well,
Well,
I tried. I tried.
I was
actually
busy.
I didn't try. I was disappointed.
I was
but-
busy.
No, can you fill in actually the story? Because I said it, but it was actually your story.
It is
No.
my story, but you
Hold
were.
on.
I mean, you were involved in it.
So guys, if you
so you were involved,
Guys,
but
if you don't, I'm gonna rewind it. Guys, if you don't recall, there was an episode back in season 1. It was actually the last episode of season 1 where we talked about being bro coworkers, and it was just myself and Gooze during that recording, and there was a story. Actually, there were a couple of stories where we talked about D-Buster. So that's what we're referring to.
yeah, you should listen to that for context. Listen to that episode. Just to make things short, they were talking about a previous job that we all worked at. You were acting like I didn't. This is the first time I interacted with her.
No, it wasn't.
It was not.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You said it was. This was my first interaction. It was not my first interaction with her.
Maybe because from my
We've had
I'm singing "Lady in Red" song in the background.
We've had passing conversations, nothing huge, all right? And again, that passing conversations doesn't warrant an action like that. That was a huge exaggeration. And you did tell me for your benefit,
right.
you told me don't do it. That was a stupid idea.
Oh, now I
and
know
then
who
you
we're
were
talking
like,
about.
You're like, don't do it, man. That's dumb. And I did it anyway.
You know what? You're like me, man. You love
So-
hard. You love hard, and you also fall hard.
You know,
I
So-
fall hard.
So,
Yeah.
but I did know her. She knew me.
Yeah.
That was not the first thing I did.
I'm sorry if it came off that was the first time. But I think from my lens, because you talked to me like, oh, I'm interested.
Yeah.
And then the next time you're like, should I get this?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It
yes.
felt very much like it was the first time from my lens.
Yeah.
But I actually did know background. It was more than just once. It was actually passing interactions.
Yeah,
You
we had
talked to-
passing interactions.
to her for a
You know,
bit.
if it helps, if you ever got me a notebook with my name embroidered, I'd probably
I would
sleep
never.
with you.
Hell no, you shut the hell up.
I'd probably sleep with you the first night.
We're not.
Yeah.
You.
yeah.
put out.
And then
Dude,
we turned into a thing.
I would Sparta kick your ass out a window.
Oh my gosh.
So-
So aggressive this one.
Hell nah.
Anyways, go to episode 10, guys. It's
Just
season
get context. So yeah, that's me bringing up that.
This is
this is
D-Buster
my part.
defending
This is
himself.
me
Man,
It's a
you
story.
putting
look
my
at
side
that.
of that
You
story.
came in with a vengeance. He was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna put that on my notebook and come.
my
fire.
my embossed embroidered notebook.
Wow.
Okay.
You just
if you're
get
wondering
more
what I did with that
aggressive.
notebook,
The more
as
seasons
soon
we have, the more aggressive you get.
as soon
My
as
God.
like it got denied, I threw that shit away, man. I was like,
Did you
fuck,
really?
man. I was
Should
like,
have burned it. Should have burned it. I would have burned it. I would
I
have.
actually didn't know that. I thought you kept it for a bit, and you
No.
were considering and pondering what to do with it.
no, I threw it away.
I wish I
was like,
remember
fuck.
how she looked like, but I wish you burned it. I would have came over just to watch the fireworks.
No, I don't. I feel like burning it was a little aggressive. I just threw it away. I was like, nothing's going on with this.
Anyways, now that you put that on there, you feel better?
It's all right.
What else is new with you since we haven't seen you in the last episode?
That's right.
I don't know. Just it's been busy. It's been a very busy season.
It is a busy season.
I've had
right
like
now.
a lot of family come over and just stay and just entertaining them and work and
You have
just
a
when I
lovely bird, by the
decompress-
way.
I do have a bird.
I have a new reason to come over to your house.
Oh yeah,
Guys, if you don't know, D-Buster has a little, is it a parakeet?
Budgie. Well, parakeet budgie. Yeah.
Yeah, a little
what's the parakeet
It's a
called?
lovely bird. What's the name of the bird?
Tweety.
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 It's pretty original.
Because he's a little
Yeah,
yellow bird. He's
it is.
friendly, too. He's super friendly.
I have a bird.
Jumps on people.
Here, see the picture.
Shut the fuck up.
There it is.
For context, he just flipped me off for those listeners on Spotify.
Yes. You just flipped them off with the bird.
God damn it. I mean, yes, that is. I do have a bird. It is a very friendly bird. I don't know if it's a he or she.
You
I'm
d-
assuming it's a he.
You know how you do it, right?
How?
Just ruffle the feathers just like this. Rub the butt and go like that.
I'm not rubbing the butt, dude.
You really don't know the sex of the bird?
Blow a
No, I
little bit.
don't.
You
Well,
blow
I mean,
like that.
Dude, they
like
just
a like a Nintendo cartridge.
No, we're not. I'm not doing that. Anyway, what
what's the topic today?
what is the topic? We've gone on tangent.
Have we? Or
I'm
have
sure we
not,
have.
Or have we not?
You're
Whoa.
shut the hell up, dude.
Okay.
Just get going.
What did Brian do before we started recording?
Oh, I
Brought
vis-
a
I
energy
visited-
drink.
Nope.
I visited the Super Bowl and took the Browns to the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that, huh?
I've never heard of that.
You got that, huh?
My boy Brian took a lookie.
I
with the
deposited
dookie.
a check.
Yep.
Deposited a check in the bathroom.
So this was actually brought up in season 1.
Shit.
We wanted to talk about poop,
Oh my god.
Ugh.
feces,
Mm.
excrement,
Yeah.
many things.
Oh.
I was
James
looking-
is gonna have a ball with these promos.
Oh my god.
What was, I mean, from your guys' experience, and I think Bogzy wanted to bring
Lord.
this up, about the history of why you wanted to talk about this episode in the first place.
The reason why, because in our old recordings between 2015 and 17 back on Apple, which you can
The
still
lost
find.
episodes.
Actually, I'd rather not have you guys go there.
Wow. After providing the specific information on how to,
Oh, how to get it. Is it
don't
still?
look for it.
There is a gold episode where I talk about a particular individual that I have met in my life, in my high school career.
What's
Oh.
the episode called?
High School Legends, right?
Yes.
Is it High School Legends? I
Yeah,
thought it
it's
was
called High School
Yes.
Legends. But there was a
Oh.
particular legend I talked about, and his name was the Shit Killer.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes, I had to do a pause there, so that way, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I had a kid named the Shit Killer in my high school. You guys want to know about the Shit Killer again?
Oh,
Say it
gather
again.
round,
Yes.
children.
Yeah.
It's story time with
This is
Uncle Bugs.
listen, Are You Afraid of the Dark? This is the story of the Shit Killer. So I went to Westmore High School, around Daly City, which is where we're from, and there was a particular time where we were witnessing some disgusting greatness on the walls of our high school, and what that was it was literally a rainbow of shit on the wall, but you could see hand marks. It was art.
Was there a pot of gold at the end of it?
There was this.
Leading to
Yeah,
the toilet.
just the remaining feces of whatever was left. It was disgusting. So the way that I had found, we had all found out is, we're just walking around the hallways getting ready for class, and then we just see groups of people looking at a wall as if it was like the Mona Lisa, man. And then, of course,
With the
like,
water lilies.
of course, me, like, I was like, let me get through, man. I was just squeezing my way through, and it started to stink as I got closer. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? As I got-
Gross, dude.
and as I got there, it's a mural of shit on the wall, and this went on for like a month, but it wasn't.
So it's not one incident.
It wasn't happening on the same wall. It was the guy was a terrorist. The guy was a serial killer. He was putting murals in different parts of the wall. You wouldn't know where he was gonna strike. I think the funny part of it was the janitor at the time was this old Filipino guy, and every time you saw him cleaning it, he'd just be shaking his head like "fuck." The guy,
Did they catch the culprit?
They did catch the
Damn.
shit killer. They caught him. He was actually one of the and look, I'm not trying to he's one of the handicapped kids at school. So he just made you wonder how was he able to use his hands cuz he had crutches.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what did he do? A cartwheel or what?
I don't know, maybe he put all his force in one crutch. He was just like held up in the sky and using his hands. But the guy was, he was a mass murderer. I remember one of my best friends in high school, you just hear him down the hallway. He's like, "It's the shit killer! He struck again!" The shit killer. That is the legend of the shit killer. Disgusting. Very disgusting. Like,
You brought it back
but
again.
the thing is,
Alright.
you saw the trail though. You could tell which bathroom he used. That was what the giveaway was. Remember the Zodiac killer? You couldn't really find out.
Right.
Yeah,
what his victim-
yeah.
but his thing was, okay, where's the trail? Which bathroom did he use this time?
Was there a calling card?
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't even bring. Yeah.
Strike again.
Oh man.
just draw on his
I
foot.
actually I didn't even bring this up in the first episode. Now that I remember. But when you found out which bathroom he came from, and you look at the toilet bowl that he used, it looked like a bowl of paint. Like you can see the hand marks on the edge of the seat, dragging outside the
Disgusting.
door into the disgusting. The shit killer.
God.
You're disgusting,
Damn,
shit
dude.
killer. But hey, you gave me a story, man.
You think the shit killer listens to our podcast?
I hope he does
It's
because
like, I'm gonna get you, Bogzy.
I
I'm gonna get you, Bogzy.
Your bathroom's getting.
I hope he does because I'm probably the only person that talks about his legend. So hopefully, shit killer. Hopefully you're doing well. Maybe he's an artist. Maybe he's an artist now.
Yeah.
Maybe his vision.
Painted a mural before me.
Oh my god, I can really smell the memory. Anyways, the shit killer.
Ew.
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
You got any stories about shit?
I mean, this goes
What's the worst shit story? What's the worst shit story you've
Yeah.
ever experienced, Steve Buster?
the second job, the poop apocalypse.
The poopocalypse.
The poopocalypse.
Explain.
Apocalypse. There was in the museum
Huh?
an incident where
Poopocalypse.
what had happened was, you know how some people carry a bag that's full of their excrement, right? Like
Uh-huh.
just they can't shit correctly, so they have it like on there.
It's a what is it?
I forgot what it's called.
Colon something.
Yeah,
or-
yeah. I feel bad for the guy, but what had happened was in the rain, someone was in the exhibit with that,
Oh, that's the worst. Oh.
and it popped, and he was dragging that all through the exhibit when he was making his way out. There's only one exit and one entrance.
And you said this was in the
This was in the exhibit.
which exhibit was this?
It
The rain
has humidity.
Yeah. So for
Yeah.
people that haven't been to this museum or haven't or don't
I mean,
know,
you can, whatever.
it's a humid part of the museum.
Yeah,
So imagine something stinking like that and something warm.
it was bad.
That's like
it
mixing.
was bad. So
That's a chemical reaction.
he essentially dragged it all the way through, and there is a trail
Oh.
that goes all the way up.
No.
And then we got a radio call that goes, "Hey, there's some brown markings through like the exhibit," and we're all like, "Oh, okay." So we'll call it in, and it was like, "What's the location?" And then they were like, "Everywhere." And I was like, "What do you mean everywhere?" And then they're all like, "It is dripping from the ceiling." And I was all like,
What the fuck did this guy do? Ah!
There seems
No,
to be a
it-
theme of
it
these
was-
shit
it
killers
was-
leaving a trail.
it was bad.
Right.
And then as soon as we even got into the exhibit, you can
Dude.
smell it. And then it got worse because as soon as the guests figure out what happened in there, two of them threw up in the exhibit. So
disgusting.
we had to clear it out,
Apocalypse.
clean it up, and
Did you clean it up?
and then air it out because I didn't clear it up.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's it was a trail.
Yeah?
It was just a trail that started from the second level all the way up.
That's horrible.
It was like,
This is
and
like-
it was
this
there.
is-
It puddled in a certain area
Mm-hmm.
because it's a ramp and it just kept sliding down, so it puddled in an area, and it
This
was
is like
bad.
a league of evil shit doers, man.
It was bad. It smelled bad. Like you got in there,
Mm-hmm.
and like death hit you in the face. It was
Disgusting.
So it was like, oh,
I'm almost positive this person has never stepped foot back into the
Oh,
museum.
probably not.
Ah,
And not after that. I'm sure he was embarrassed and things like that, but it was
hey.
the worst smelling. It was bad.
See, now you can smell it. You can smell the memory.
Yeah, that was my.
That's what I meant by smelling the memory. You think about it, you can smell it.
Oh my god.
Okay, true or false, gentlemen?
What?
Have you guys ever left a skid mark? Okay, true. Next question.
What? What do you?
Oh, you're
What do you mean?
You're disgusting, D-Buster.
Yes,
What?
sir.
You and
the
your-
pause said it. The
you-
pause.
you-
if you had to think about
I
that
was
shit.
no.
And
I was
and
trying to
and-
figure out what do you mean?
And to think you own like I know you own Spider-Man underwear, and there's a little white on there. I bet you that white's not white anymore. You disgusting
Come
guy.
on, Miles Morales.
Oh.
Next topic.
Electro Web.
No, hold on. You can't just say
No,
next
what
time.
about you, Bugs?
You can't just assume. No, fuck you. You can't just assume. No. Answer is when I was a kid, maybe. Recently, no.
Yeah, right,
Alright.
buddy.
No.
Yeah, right.
That shit is clean.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bugs.
Yeah.
Have you been a skid marker? Have you been
No.
drifting in Tokyo?
No. Oh man.
Well, I'm saying, dog.
They called me the Drift King. I cannot confirm nor deny. There is important
Dude,
people that
it's
listen
impossible.
to this show,
With the amount,
including
dude,
my mother.
with how your shit is sounding, it is impossible.
You tell that to me. Tell that to him.
Both of you. Your shit sounds. It's like. It is the
That's
wettest
why you invest
sounding. Oh my
That's
god.
why you invest in the darkest colors of Fruit of the Loom underwear. So that way, if you do, you can't see it.
Look at that.
That's
You could smell that shit, dude.
Dropping diamond gems on
Disgusting.
us, huh?
God
You know what?
damn it, dude.
Speaking of Drift Kings, I have to bring it up, but I used to be a Navy Sea cadet when I was a kid, when I was like 16 years old. I went to boot camp. for 2 weeks because my mom sent me away. No, I'm just kidding. When you're a Sea cadet, when you're a Sea cadet, you have to be.
You can't just. I'm just kidding. That.
No. Okay, so when you're a Sea cadet, you have to go to boot camp. You have to attend. Before I rant off, that'll be another episode, the cadet episode. But one of the nights you have to shift it around. You have to rotate as night watch, so you stay up while people are sleeping. I go into a bunker with my flashlight. I'm just looking around.
You
I
took
look.
a shit in the forest.
No,
didn't you?
I did not.
You
man.
fucking used a leaf as a toilet paper.
I did an outdoor ed. But I shine my flashlight. I was with my cadet Hogan, and then I look up. I point the flashlight above a closet, and usually what's located on top of the closet, guys, is a transparent bag of your laundry. We were on top of, and I remember the guy too. His name was Cadet Dickinson. His laundry bag was on top of the closet. I point the flashlight up. All you see is his underwear, all fucking dragged with streaks. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. We look. I was like, Hogan, you see this dude? And then see this white boy running over. He's like, man, this guy doesn't really wipe his ass. So we were like, oh my god. So the next morning when we woke up, everyone was around Dickinson's bunker. Dickinson was still sleeping, and then we finally woke him up. And I remember one of the kids was like, hey, you don't wipe your ass. And Dickinson actually woke up hella laughing, and I was like, "You're disgusting, bro." Anyways, that guy's the real Drift King.
Like a Rorschach.
Damn,
thing,
dude.
Yeah. Oh, God.
huh? That's disgusting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of outdoor ed, the longest I haven't taken a shit was a week.
What?
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
You ever heard of fiber?
Because look,
Like cable.
this was This
Sonic.
was outdoor ed. So this is like grade school, right? Outdoor ed.
Yes.
So
Outdoor education, guys.
yeah,
where you're
outdoor education.
Around 5th grade, 4th grade, they send you out to.
like the redwoods.
Yeah, the redwoods,
and
camping, you
you're
meet all these kids,
camping.
yeah.
It's essentially you're learning about wilderness and shit. So as a kid, I had a huge issue with public restrooms. So
You picture little Dave
for that
just
whole week, I did
holding his
not
little
take a shit.
butt cheek.
I did not. Nope.
Wait,
Held that in.
So it was based on the premise that you did not want to use a public restroom.
I didn't want to use a public restroom.
So you held
I
your
saw what it
tiny
looked like
little
there.
ass in outdoor ed.
Yep.
How do you hold that in for a week?
As soon as I dropped back into school,
Mm-hmm.
I ran my ass home and took the. Fuck out of here.
Oh,
Dude, it was.
God.
It was. fattest dump you've ever seen.
You held that for a week?
I held it. I only
that
peed.
shit was
I
probably
only peed.
I mean, I bet you it was like little rabbit pellets that came out of your ass, man. Like,
Oh, it was the worst. Like I was struggling getting into the
kind of
doors.
impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to be impressed.
I
or
also
to be
didn't eat a
disgusted.
whole lot, so it helped. That eating not a whole lot. They were like, give a slice of pizza. I ate like half a slice of pizza.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn,
and like
dude.
a bag of chips. So it was very minimal. I was being very strategic about it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well,
So-
I mean, if the whole career thing doesn't work out for you and the podcast doesn't work, you could be a monk with all that stuff. in your mind.
With all that concentration.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways,
You know,
saw me
like some chickens, like chicks, they have a disease called pasty butt.
pasty butt.
Pasty butt.
What the fuck is that?
Basically, if the food, like chicks can't produce, like digest the food fast enough for specific certain foods,
Okay.
and it gets to the point where it blocks them. So it gets to the point where their shit just fills them up,
Ew.
and then they die.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Real
That could've
life
been
shit
you.
killing.
That could have been you.
I think that's called.
That could have been you.
constipation.
You could have been, what's it called?
Pasty butt?
Yeah.
You could have been pasty
Yeah.
butted.
Nah.
Be goody with the pasty butt.
Nah.
My gosh, man.
No, I'm still alive.
I'm so happy you're alive.
Shut the f- You act like that was I was gambling my life there.
You were.
No, I was not. No, I'm fine.
Goose, you have any crazy shit experience?
I mean, maybe it's Maybelline.
I mean,
Bro, with how much you be you have
go
a shit
ahead,
story.
say it. Say
You
it.
have a shit story.
Do I?
You do.
Do I?
Say it.
Perchance? I do.
You have a lot of shit stories.
I mean, where do we start? Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many.
The most disgusting one.
The most disgusting one.
Or I don't know, the one that just seems out of, like, it's worth telling. Like, it just blew your mind. You
This
know?
guy, I bet, with the amount of times you have ran in front of, like, when we were walking at like out of a bar or some shit, you walk in front and you go, "Brrr," and you just keep walking like nothing happened, and we walked into your cloud.
Yeah.
You have the most.
You have to at least once shit yourself because of that.
You have the most bubbly farts.
I will answer your question.
It's like bubblicious.
I may have or I may not.
See that?
No,
That's the most political answer.
no. Actually,
I cannot confirm nor deny these actions.
Let me answer. So I haven't destroyed my underwear, but I haven't shit. But that's because you can control it. I feel like when you're more fucking vile with your shit and stuff.
Dude,
like
I
a-
feel like
it's
you
like a
forced
pu-
so
like a
many
s-
farts. There's
Yeah.
got to be at least one time you're
No.
like, oh,
No, I never like. Oh, sorry, oopsie daisy.
It's like a superpower.
Yeah.
Learn-
Oh, yeah, Bogues, go ahead. You sound so confident in speaking, like you know this.
No. 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 I know a thing or two about it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
70% of poop is water. And,
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
70%?
Yes.
Oh, you're thinking fart. No, he's talking about the actual,
Yeah.
the solid
Yeah,
stuff.
like the 30% that
Ugh.
you see the mass and stuff like that. That's just all like the bacteria and the digest the stuff.
Disgusting.
Now, when I say one time, I was. This is like I think I was 5, and I was at a roller rink where I used to live. I was rollerblading. I was around 5 years old. All right, can you just imagine, if you will. All right. Oh, I have such a good time. I'm having fun. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going against the fucking current because I'm a rebellious kid.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. I'm running into people, and I'm like, "Oh, it's time for me to poopy," and then I go right.
You had shit run down your
On the
leg,
rink?
didn't you?
Huh?
You had shit run down your
Oh,
leg.
no.
Can I finish? This
Oh,
story?
finish your story.
Yeah,
Sorry. No, your story. You're right.
dude,
My bad. No, go ahead.
the
No.
gall.
Finish your story.
So, I got poopy. All right. So I'm going poopy, and then all of a sudden, I couldn't wipe. Why? Because my rollerblades brakes were in the front. I don't know if you guys know this. In the rollerblade mechanics, you either get them in the back of the rubber part or in the front. So I rented out the ones with the front. Everyone knows the nice ones. D Goody knows this.
Okay.
The back ones are nice.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
you
just
hit with
lean-
your heel.
you're like,
Stop.
"Ugh."
Right? But when I'm pooping, I couldn't do it and I trip over in the bathroom, in the stall, while I poop, right?
Okay.
So I'm a 5-year-old kid, and I stumble over, just like that.
Okay.
I stumble completely over with my ass out.
You projected the.
Oh.
No, I didn't shoot out. I tried wiping already. I was trying to wipe.
Oh, okay.
But because it was so difficult for me, I did miss a
Oh!
little bit.
You had shit on the toilet seat.
Yeah, I did miss a little
Oh,
bit.
you're one of those kids. Oh.
But then when I got up,
You didn't clean it up. You left it on.
as he ended, I started rollerblading out, and I just felt the little dribbles down
Oh!
into the rollerblade.
No!
Disgusting.
And when I got
Yes.
home, here's the worst part. The worst part, I gotta return the skates, right?
Oh, you had shit in the skates.
I gotta. The shit squished like pancakes in there. So I took off the socks and said, "I don't need these socks anymore, mommy. I don't need these socks anymore, daddy."
So I'm assuming Pops drove you home that day.
Yeah.
So
what,
it's stuck-
a rollerblade home?
So it stunk in the car.
Oh, man.
No. So here's the best part, though. We had a van, and I sat right in the back, like the backpack. And my dad's like, "Ano mo to?" Like, it's like, what's that smell? And the guy like, "Ano mabaho?" Right? And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. It must be the rollerblades, Dad."
Oh my god, dude.
I don't know. It must be the rollerblades.
Oh my god. I can't
Fucking
get.
idiot.
I was planning on having pancakes after this recording,
You're
man.
welcome, bud.
Can't do it
You're not gonna be able
now.
to look at it the same. You're gonna be like, ugh.
Disgusting.
They're a little silver dollar.
You can see a little flat
there.
thing and be all like, ugh. I
Ugh.
don't want to see that
You
shit.
know how you can tell when someone needs to take a dump when you go into the bathroom stalls and then you see someone's backpack on the floor,
Yep.
just their jacket, and sometimes some people take off their shoes. That's when you know they have to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They strip down like an anaconda.
In most recent time for me, specifically 2 years ago, I had coffee with my friend, and she ended up having diarrhea too. It was me, my friend Evelyn, and my friend John. And we caught up. We had coffee. Then we ended up eating the same thing at the food court at one of like these outdoor malls and everything like that, right?
Okay.
So that's how I know that we got food poison, because we ate the same thing for breakfast, the same thing for lunch. We were just hanging out the whole day. And then we're walking around the mall trying to shop for, whatever we were doing. And I just felt like the gurgle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bubble guts.
Yeah. And I remember like looking around, and it was a busy day. Every bathroom was jam packed. And I was like, I can't do that. One was in cleaning, right? And then my friend Evelyn goes, "Oh shit, I need a shit too." So we beeline it to the beginning where we saw the first open bathroom. And I'm like this. I'm like walking like this because it's so like fucking bigger.
There's like a certain
Yeah,
walk. There's a certain walk where you have to clench your
yeah,
ass.
it's like you're stepping on hot coal.
Dude,
yeah.
That's when you gotta lock in, dude. You just got like.
Yeah. So I
Yep.
get into the bathroom. There's like 3 people in front of me, and they all look at me and they go, "After you." Like straight up, they all like took a step back and they're like, "Go ahead," because they saw I was breathing hard, like
Oh my
that.
gosh.
And that
dude.
shit came out. And then I got out of the bathroom, and then my friend was like, "Dude, I got the fucking shit." So yeah, that's exactly what happened. That as my most recent for an adult. So I would never do coffee and pizza. That was bad.
Speaking of that, of like shits that you really got to.
Mhm.
I remember taking a shit in the women's bathroom because I really needed to. So
Pause. Hold on. Something's sticking out of your
Oh,
nose.
what the fuck?
There's something sticking out of your nose. I'm trying to save you. Okay, now go ahead.
That's cute.
Okay, so you shit
No,
in the
that's
women's
cute.
bathroom.
No, that's cute. No, keep doing it. No, let's stay here, guys.
no, get
Let's
shut
stay.
the
Let's
hell up.
stay in the moment. Let's address the elephant in the room.
You
Never
shit-
mind. I'm not saying the story anymore.
You
man.
shitted in a woman's bathroom.
No, we're fine.
No, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Oh, come on, dude.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Don't fucking touch me.
If I didn't remove it, the whole episode you would have like a nugget.
There was
right
nothing there.
I swear to you, watch. When we rewatch the episode, we're gonna zoom in on your schnoz, and there was like you'll see. Okay, continue, please.
So you shat in the women's bathroom.
You shat in the women's bathroom. Why?
It was just a one bathroom thing. The men's bathroom was locked. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the women's bathroom. Took a shit in there. I walked out. There was a line of women.
You fucking horrible.
Oh
You're a fucking evil person, dude. They all had a shit.
Oh my gosh. How did you feel?
So it was one of those like
I
it
had
said,
my head down. I was like,
it said women, right? But it was closed.
yeah, the men's was locked. And then I was like, I
Oh,
gotta go. I was like, fuck it, I'm going in
no,
here.
I'm going to join you. I have done it before, and let me tell you, what they say is real. It smells like roses.
It's
in there.
nice in there.
Nah. You guys are fucking.
What women's bathroom have you been
nicer.
to?
I've been to plenty because of the single ones that say women, and when I go in there, I'm like, this shit smells fucking horrible. Like I can't even believe it smells like fucking mildew and poop and
How does
fucking.
mildew smell like?
Well, if you go into a women's bathroom that smells like it, you know what it smells
There
like.
it is.
Disgusting, dude.
So we've all done it. We've all put
It's-
it.
I feel like it's
Well, I mean, if you
it's a
gotta go,
thing.
you gotta go.
At my
Oh, yeah.
most recent previous job, there was an old Filipino man, and his name was we called him Unk. I called him Unk.
all right.
And then I was just chilling, just typing away at work, and all of a sudden I get an email. It goes bloop bloop, right? It's like notice, and I'm like, okay, like attention to all employees. I click into it, and then it goes, please, for all employees who are using the men's and women's bathroom, please ensure that you are flushing the toilets and making sure that everything is clean before you leave.
Okay.
All right?
It was a non-flusher.
Yeah. So one time I go in and I'm like, it's a fucking massacre in there. And the only person who was using the bathroom that same day was Unk. So I think all like signs point that it was Unk.
Okay.
Cause he'd be walking in like it's like, I can't fucking whistle. He walks in, he goes, oh, hello, Alex. Like that, oh, hello, Alex.
Okay.
Walks in.
Sorry, Reese's.
You know, and then I'm like working, and then I hear the door close. I'm like, oh, someone's in the bathroom. And then literally right when the door opens, we get another email. And it's all like, moving forward. This can be an issue if no one flushes or makes sure and ensures that the bathroom is clean. And I'm like, dude, it's got to be Unk, man.
So we shift the blame.
These are like different, like universe shit killers, man.
Yeah, dude. It's different.
They're not universal.
it's the league of, the league
The
of
multiverse
evil
of shit killers. Yeah.
That's
Doctor
crazy.
Strange and the multiverse of shit.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Fucking gross, dude.
Anyways, eat your fiber.
Eat your fiber, guys. If you if you have any stories that you would like to talk about in the comment section on TikTok, YouTube, maybe on Spotify. I don't know if you can do it on Spotify. If you have any stories that you want to talk about where you're taking a deuce or you had experience of using some of that deuce and painting a mural on the wall or holding your deuce in for a week, or maybe you took that deuce with you at a rollerblade rink. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear your story.
Shout out Roller King.
We'd love to hear your story.
Let us know.
Talk about it. Share your story. That'd be lovely. Any last shit remarks before this episode?
Fuck you guys.
What?
Wow! I feel like this will bleed into another episode. Anyways, guys, my name is Bogzy,
I'm D-Buster.
And I'm Gooze.
and this is the 3 Dot Podcast where the conversation does not stop, and apparently this is also where shit doesn't stop as well. So
No.
wipe your booty.
Later. Bye.
Disgusting.
Like the booty.
You're both disgusting.
You were disgusting. How am I? You didn't help.